Today's topic is about corporate governance. So, corporate governance is the collection of mechanisms, process, and relations by which corporations are controlled. So, it is about the governance of corporate companies. So, it contains mechanisms, process, and relations in among the companies, and the governance structures and principles identify the distinction of rights and responsibilities among different participants in the corporation. So it identifies the distinction between the rights and responsibilities of the members. So it defines uh, uh, how the directors have to behave, and what are the rights and liabilities they have, and in the same way managers and regulators, auditors. So it defines each and everybody's responsibilities and rights for the maintenance of companies. So here the corporate governance have some principles which with they do the governance of companies. So rights and equitable treatment of shareholders. So when shareholders are the owners of the company, so they will be having the equal treatment like board of directors and regulators and auditors and other people in the company. So these people will shareholders also will have the rights to participate in the company's governance. So here the next principle is interest of stakeholders. So this is the main thing, because the stakeholders are the resources for a company to acquire capital, acquire financial financial needs from the same they will get the from stakeholders. So it is important to protect their interests, because without the interest of stakeholders they cannot invest into the company. So if they are not, if stakeholders are not investing into the company cannot get capital and other financial needs. And role and responsibility of the board. So here it defines the role and responsibility of board members which they have to perform towards the company. So either conducting meetings or taking decisions regarding to company, regarding to production, and for everything which they have to do. And integrity and ethical behavior. So whoever related to the company, they should definitely be ethical to company, because there are company secrets which are very important to be protected. So if they are revealing those secrets to another company, so company can get losses or can be demolished. So here the integrity and ethical behavior of the members who are in the company is very important. And disclosure and transparency. When the company governance should be very transparent, because everybody must be able to understand the governance of the company. And when they are disclosing the financial statements, that should be very clear and very transparent to understand by the stakeholders. Here is the diagram how the corporate governance is processed. Here board and committees will be there, legal, regulatory and systems will be there, hierarchy and internal control are there, policies, procedures and transparency. So this is the process by which the corporate governance is done. Now let's see important words while conducting meetings. Here first one is requisition. A requisition is a procurement. Requisition in procurement is a request for a goods or services made by an employee to the person or department in a company that is responsible for purchasing. If the request is approved, then that entity will submit a purchase order to a supplier for the goods or services. So here the requisition means requisition means it is a procurement request. It will be the sent by the person or employee to the department in another company for selling for purchasing products or services. So here if the purchase if the requisition is approved by the selling company, they will send purchase order. So this is a written form of for purchasing permission. Now let's see the notice. Notice is a written or an oral statement that contains the particulars of holding a meeting. When a circular is served among the members of the meeting to attend the meeting is called notice. So here notice means it is a written. The notice could be in written form or in oral statement, which is for conducting a meeting or holding for a meeting. So this is sent to the members who are essential to attend the meeting. So a notice includes time, place, date and agenda of a meeting. The notice should be sent by proper authority, and notice should definitely send before 21 days date of meeting. So here the notice contains the time, place where they are going to conduct, date on which they are going to conduct, and agenda, what are the things they are going to discuss in the meeting. So these are the details will be there in the notice when a notice is sent to members to attend a meeting, and this notice should definitely sent by a authorized person. Now let's see another important aspect, that is proxy. In the world of meeting, proxy means a substitute sent by a member to attend a meeting on his behalf. So this is a person will send. Person means the member of a company, if unable to attend the meeting, he will send another person on behalf to attend the meeting. So that person called as proxy. So the idea came from Companies Act 176 of the Act provides that the member of a company is entitled to send another person to attend a meeting and to vote on his behalf. The main thing the proxy will do in the meeting means he will, if there is any need of vote, so the proxy will vote on behalf of the member. So this is the main purpose of sending proxy for meeting if the member is unable to attend the meeting. Now let's see the agenda. An agenda is a list of meeting activities in the order in which they are to be taken up, beginning with the call to order or ending with the adjournment. So here the agenda includes. So the agenda usually includes one or more specific items of business to be acted upon. So here the items of agenda: meeting name, date and time, amount of the time for each agenda item, and meeting introduction. So these are the things which are very important in the agenda. Next is quorum. Quorum is minimum number of directors that is considered to be necessary to conduct a board meeting. Board meeting cannot be held without the requisite minimum quorum present. So here it is a very important thing when a meeting should be conducted, or the meeting is going to conduct, a minimum number of directors should be present to conduct a meeting. So that minimum number of directors together called as quorum. So a minimum quorum is 1/3 of the total strength of the directors. So here the directors number can be varied from companies to companies. So here 1/3 of the members should be present to conduct a meeting, to hold a meeting, or to start a meeting. So here 1/3 of the total strength or 2 directors, whichever is higher, is necessary for conducting a meeting. A board meeting can take place only when minimum quorum members are attended. So when the meeting is going to take place means minimum quorum members should be attend. So if the quorum members are not attended meeting after starting meeting with 30 minutes, the meeting is postponed for later in the same day for next day. If after whatever the mentioned timing is in agenda, the meeting is started after starting 30 minutes, if the minimum quorum members are not there, then the meeting is postponed for later in same day or for next day. Now the resolutions. So resolutions are taken in meetings. So here the act has been duly given and it is required to be passed by the vote cast whether on a show of hands or electrically or on the poll. So if the resolution is passed, should be passed, so the votes are very important. The vote can be polled by cast. The vote can be cast by a poll or electrically or raising up of hands. So here let's see the different types of resolutions. So first is a special resolution. A special resolution is, as the name suggested, for a special or uncommon decisions. A company takes special resolution requires this signature more of than 75% of voting members in order to be put in place. So this special resolution is not ordinary resolutions. Means if there is any necessity or is there any urgent to take decision upon company actions or company transactions, the special resolution is passed. So the special resolution is passed with 75% of members by taking their signatures. So next see the ordinary resolution. Ordinary resolution is a resolution passed by the shareholders of a company by a simple or bare majority. For example, more than 50% of the vote, either at a convinced meeting or of shareholders or by circulating a resolution by signature. So ordinary resolution is taken in every annual general meeting. So it is passed with the bare majority. So let's it could be 50%. So these are the resolutions which are which can be taken by the members who are attending the meeting. Next is minutes. So the expression of minutes means a record of the proceedings of a meeting. Minutes should contain a fair and correct summary of the proceedings of the meeting and should normally convey. Minutes helps in understanding the deliberations and decisions taken at the meeting. So minutes means it is a record of things which they have discussed and whatever the decisions they taken in the meeting are recorded in a book. Things are called as minutes, and those minutes are very important in auditing, and those minutes are very important to understand the decisions and deliberations taken by the meeting members. So it is very important aspect in meetings.